Welcome everyone. Today we are going to have a look at all the currently available playable races in Ashes of Creation. I've heard we are getting even more races than the ones that are available at the moment, so I'm very excited about the new races that are coming, and today we are going to have a look at all of them. So here are the currently available races. We have the dwarves. Dwarves are really nice. I always love dwarves in like fantasy books and games. They're very fascinating. We have the Vec. They are very new. They look cool. They remind me of trolls of World of Warcraft. I would definitely consider playing a Vec. I think they are cool. Then we have the other orcs, the muscular strong ones. And then we have the humans. And they're apparently elves too, but I don't see them here yet. Maybe they are coming. And so beast race is probably coming, another one. So yeah, here is a summary of the races in the world of Ashes of Creation, so let's read this. Verra is a world with rich and diverse cultures. Much of its important history has been dominated by the major races. Humans of the coast and plains, orcs within the hills and marshes, elves in the forest and the riverlands, and the esteemed dwarfs of the mountains. The major races have held dominance through countless wars and skirmishes between the lesser races of Verra. Decades may pass between these flare-ups of violence. There are many minor races on Verra. Some of the minor races exist in makeshift villages or tribes, if you will. Wow, that's actually interesting. So I'm wondering one thing, will we have certain races where you can grind some reputation for? Like, I think that's the case, right? Maybe. And here, some of the major villages among the minor races are comprised primarily of the giants, less reputable sects of humans, gnomes, and halflings. The halflings are not halflings in a traditional sense, but actually half-bloods of different races. Wow, that's cool. So we have mixed races too in this game. How do they look like, I wonder? This is super fascinating. I like that actually. Here, Aela. Aela humans are split into two races. We have the Kalar and the Veilun. Now let's have a look at how they freaking look like. So humans, this is the Kalar. Okay, that's like your average human by look, right? I would say. And build order civilization. These are the foundational principles of the Kalar. Their empire in the old world spanned the largest of all, and they plan to do the same in this world. Extremely loyal to their roots, the Kalar will rise to the challenge. Oh, there's even like a video. Okay, let's have a look. They all have clips, what is really nice. We're gonna look at all of them. First look Alpha 2. Wow. I like the graphics a lot. Can you change your body shape too? Like be more muscular, I wonder?
Welcome everyone to our first look at the Ashes of Creation character customization.
Okay, so that was like cut out. And that's the capital city of the Alien Empire prior to the Exodus. So that's the city of them, right? They all have also capital cities, I'm assuming. So that's their capital city. What looks actually pretty nice in my opinion. The Riverlands biome was the ancestral home of the Ayla and is present day home of the Kalar. So they live in the Riverlands. That's the one where we saw the seasons reveal, right? Like, wow, this video was amazing. It's also on this channel if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more MMO content. What is this? The Tauren half-elves were the predecessors of both the alien and the Pyrian races. The alien architecture has a French medieval influence. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. And there's another clip. Let's have a look at this one. Holy shit, is this No way. We got freaking Asmongold here. Is that Asmongold?
Be how realistic it is too.
All right, let's talk about blending. So explain to me a little bit about the blending mechanic.
That's Asmongold.
Yeah, so blending is a little bit more, it's not so in depth, especially for those players that don't want to spend, you know, time adjusting each angle of like the ear tip. This is more of a large scale macro
There's so much
tool
detail
that
here.
you can select
Holy
a couple, you know, presets, and then you can get certain features from one preset or different features from another preset. So you place down your presets, and then you can click and drag and morph between those different presets.
Oh yeah. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Why is he messing around with the
I'm
eyebrows?
impressed with how many options and ways you've given the player to mess with this character.
Oh, that is
This would be cool for
awesome.
like a family. So when you're creating NPCs and you want them all to be similar,
Oh,
like
nice.
you make a mom
So
and
many
dad,
options.
and then it'd be interesting.
Yeah, so you're taking features from each preset and you're making something completely new out of it.
You know what I like here a lot, guys? How you can, every single part of your face, be it the nose, the eyebrows, the cheeks, the lips, even the chin, like you can use every single part and make it bigger or smaller on your character that you're creating. I think this is so nice. That means you have a lot of customization options, and you can even do something with the eyes, make it them bigger, smaller, and stuff. Wow. I have not seen any MMO yet with so much customization options. I'm not gonna lie. Like World of Warcraft has limited customization options. Final Fantasy XIV has okay customization options. Same with ESO, but we don't have so many like small details we can change. Like how is your eyebrow, how are your eyes, how is lips, how is cheek, how is this, how is that. That is interesting.
Oh, that's looking great.
So weird.
It's freaking awesome.
Why is he
Love
laughing
this.
so much? That's because of S1 I think.
So you can add as many as you want and kind of pull
Oh.
between them, huh?
Not as many as you want. I think there's a max at some point
There's a mix.
Oh yeah.
for UI purposes. Too far apart, Steven.
No.
That's so cool. It
Oh,
does
wait.
give me the.
Wow!
It gives me hope for the system I will not name, but gives me plenty of hope.
The
I'm the only one that's terrified of that.
one
system.
that Catkins is having like nightmares about.
No.
Wow, you can make
We
your
love our
eyes
Animal
even go
Husbandry
all the way down.
system.
You can make your character
I'm
look so
excited
weird.
for that
How dare
one.
you? How
Yay.
dare you guys?
Wow. And if every race has that, you imagine you can make like a very cool looking Vec, for example, or like a elf or something. What is this? Is that an elf? Well, we don't have them yet, right? They're still under development. But that's just the elf, is it? The one that's not completed yet? It looks like that to me. Holy shit. Okay, and that's the other one, the other human part. The Veilun. Veilun. I hope I pronounced them correct. Oh, Veilun. Okay, Veilun. Okay. Trade law hardship. The Veilun were forged in the heat of the desert and through the ages became a blade that bends but does not break. Oh, I like that. Through the development of a complex web of relationships and savvy negotiations, the Valiant grew into one of the wealthiest empires in Sanctuous, despite having few natural resources to exploit themselves. The environment has taught them what it means to kill or be killed, whether through the beast of the desert or the snakes in the market square. That's cool. So they're basically... Yeah, they have a Middle Eastern racial influence. That's what I was about to say. So that's their concept art here. I think it looks nice. Maybe this kind of area will be like one of my more favorite areas because I really love this kind of Middle Eastern sort of influence and the cities and stuff. Like you can go to a freaking like ancient Arabic look like city or something like that. That is so cool. They are split into what two races? Kayla. Oh, that's just something we saw earlier. Yeah, this is like another empire and stuff here. Alright, let's get to the next race. The next race is The Dünsenel, those are the dwarfs. The Dünsenel dwarfs are split into two races. We have the Dynia and the Nikua. So let's start with the Dynia and then the Nikua. Let's have a look at how they look like. So the Dynia, they look basically like your average dwarf, right? Like the one you see in like Lord of the Rings, for example, World of Warcraft and stuff. So Stoic, Tradition and Forge. Of course Forge, like dwarfs are master blacksmiths. Most of the peoples from the old world would see a mountain and think nothing of it. The Dunya saw a defensible home where riches abound. Wow, that's just like with the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, like the dwarves really love riches. The Dunya take immense pride in what they craft and what they build. Fortifications that seem impregnable, warhammers that never break, or beautiful gems for their royalty are all in their repertoire. I hope I pronounced that correct. Don't be deceived by their stout stature. They are pound for pound the strongest warrior the world has ever known. That's true. I mean, look at freaking Gimli in Lord of the Rings. Like, he can kill so many orcs. He's OP. Facial has characteristic of the Dunya, not the Nikua. Wait, what? You have a dwarf without beard? Wait, okay, we have to look at the Nikua next. I'm curious because they don't have a beard. Female Dunya beards will not match that of the male. What? Wait, what? Did we read this correct? Female Dunya beards will not match that of the male. It will be more of a braided option that is not volume. They actually give female dwarfs a beard. It's just like in Lord of the Rings, holy shit. Body hair may also be a character customization option for female Dunya. Body hair on a female? Wait, so you can play a female that looks like a dude. Okay, that's cool. The developers updated the Dunya dwarfs designed to have a more stout traditional fantasy appearance based on feedback. Nuclear dwarfs have a halfling appearance. They have a Nordic culture influence. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think all dwarfs have that. Dünheim is an open world dungeon alpha zone that was once a Dunya dwarven city. Wow, so their city, like where they come from, is actually now a dungeon. This reminds me of, is it like that? Yeah, with the gnomes in World of Warcraft, for example, right? Because it's also a dungeon, their actual or OG home. Dünheim history. During the great calamity that befell Vera, the inhabitants of Dünheim elected to remain in their mountain keep. This didn't work out well for them in the wake of the destruction. Many artifacts and treasures were left behind. That's too bad. Wow. So those are their structures. Let's have a closer look. That looks nice. I like the design. There's a tower, I guess. Tower with a bridge that leads into a mountain. That's, I think, very, very cool. Because it's like connected here with this bridge. I like that. Dünselnel dwarfs. Dünselnel dwarfs are split into two races. Dunya and Nuclear, okay. Deep in the mountains of Vera legends tells of a forge created by the gods from which all dwarfs are originated. Wait, so dwarfs were forged? Holy shit, this is like... It's like with the Titan Forge with the Earth in World of Warcraft, because they used to be freaking stone dwarfs, right? And then they were like changed with the Curse of Flesh. Holy shit, interesting. Fabled to be the first creator of the major races, the dwarfs are said to have arrived on the continents with ships made of stone and steel. Dwarven smiths and craftsmen are found far and wide across Vera. Yeah, dwarven smithing is OP. The center of the dwarven race is the nation of Dünsenel, found deep in the northern mountains. Dwarven society tends to be heavily matriarchal, and their clans existing under the oftentimes eldest matriarch. So they have like an elder. That's how their politics work. Interesting. Dwarves are closely connected to one another by alliances forged between family guilds. Oh. The dwarven child is marked at a young age with his or her guild sigil. Like a tattoo, I assume, right? Some dwarves banished from Dünstenel or having chosen to walk a path alone while often having their sigil burnt from their skin. Why would they burn it? Just keep it. I mean, they can cover it, but okay. Wow. Let's have a look at the Nikua now. Nikia, pronounced Nikoa. Oh, Nikoa, not Nikia. Are playable Dünsenel dwarven race in Ash of Creation. Family, freedom, courage. Where the Dunya saw mountains as home, the Nikia saw it as a prison. How could they complete the great hunt inside a cave? The craft of their brothers doesn't elude them though. They too are highly skilled artisans. Instead of jewelry for nobles, the Nikia see crafting as a rite of passage and advancement of the family. Will you progress your people from the mountains of your ancestors? They also look pretty interesting. I think that's fascinating. But this one has a beard, so maybe they have like less beard. Facial has a characteristic of the Dunya, not the Nikia. But the Nikia here has a beard, right? Female Dunya beards will not match that of a male. Body hair may also be an option. Okay, that's basically the same. So what's different about them? That's also the same? Let's have a look at them actually, like the whole body. Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. And here's a video. Let's open this. Wow. But this one looks... But this looks so weird without a beard. It looks like a gnome somehow, right? Like, I think a dwarf needs a beard. In my opinion. Like a dwarf without a beard? Not sure. This one has so many abs. Holy shit, that one is super muscular. Look at his abs. Holy shit. You know what? We are going back to the Dunya quickly, as I want to see also their build. Oh, okay. So there was a joke with the beard on the female. Because this female doesn't have a beard. Let's have a look. Okay, there's no beard here. Interesting. Let's have a look at the male now if they have a video. Ooh, is this their armor? Wow. That looks actually really good. I like their armor. Body, is it the same? Yeah, it's pretty much the same like the other one. It's just the other one is like tent. And this is how they look like with armor. Wow. Or should I play a dwarf? I'm confused now between dwarf or Vec. Dwarves are also fascinating. I'll probably go for those, the Dunya. Or Vec, dwarf or Vec. What's this? Yo, what's this actually? Let's look at this. What's that? Ah, okay, that's cool. That's like the background you have when you make a character, right? Like a dwarven one. It's like in the menu. Cool. Wow, that's their architecture. That looks sick. That looks really nice. Okay, that is really cool. Let's get to the next race. The next race is... Kaivek. Let's have a look at those. Kaivek orcs are split into two races, Renkai and Vek. The Kaivek have always adhered to a strict code of tribal loyalty. Roughly 13 centuries before the fall, a leader named Rankul united the clans into a nation called the Kaivek Protectorate. Called thought the orcs Called thought all orcs answer to the protection of the divine order. This teaching expressed the belief that it was the will of the gods that all orckind should have superiority over the nations of Vera. Holy shit! They remind me now of the orcs from Warlords of Draenor, the Mecha orcs, because they wanted to freaking conquer the whole world. Even like the old school Fel orcs, they were the same. They go through the portal with Gul'dan and then, hey, let's just conquer Azeroth. For it was only through the unity of the clans that the people of Vera would be led to enlightenment. It was the teachings of Khal that led the Kaivek to pursue campaigns of conquest across the lands of Vera. Where the orcs were once nomadic and divided before Khal, Through his leadership, they became a powerful nation united in conquest. Trophies of each city conquered is found in the capital city of Ren just before the fall. The Kaivek Protectorate have adopted a policy of peaceful coexistence with their neighbors. Okay, so over time they became basically peaceful. Having endured centuries of conflict, leaders rose among them, echoing the teachings of peace. These recent reformations have once again begun to lead to a fracturing of the protectorate. Some unrest among the clans have called for a culling of those who are unworthy of the protection from the divine order. Wow. Alright, time for the Renkai and Vek. So the Renkai, they're the muscular version of the orcs. They're those ones here. They look more like your traditional orcs, right? Renkai are playable Kaivek orc race. Okay, honor, power, tranquility. Oh, they have tranquility there. I thought they're like war driven. That's cool. Through staying centered, their power only grows. The Renkai believe in ultimate focus and controlling their immense power. When a Renkai becomes enraged though, there aren't many men or beasts who can live and tell the tale. The developers have alluded to Renkai or their parent race, the Kaivek, possibly having a dragon-born lineage. Wait, what? So they come from dragons? So is that the origin of orcs in Ashes of Creation lore-wise? They come from like dragons? Yeah, Renkai are large and buff in appearance, like very strong, right? They're the tallest race in Ashes of Creation, so they're the tallest. That's nice. They're considerably taller than their human counterparts. Red or green skin tone is selectable, so you can have green orcs. The Vek are taller than the Dunya, but appear shorter than the Kayla and Valon due to their stature. Yeah, we saw that. They walk like the regular trolls in World of Warcraft. Okay, let's have a look. So that's their body.
The Renkai are big boys and girls, so they're the tallest player character race that you can have in the game. They're also very buff and very meaty. These big, imposing Beastie silhouette. Boys. They're Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
That's a musical.
Probably.
Isn't that a musical group, the Beastie Boys?
Oh, yes, yeah, that is a Beastie Boy.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not technically Beastie Boys, but they're beast-like boys. No. But you can see the features here. These are very large. If you were to put a Vek next to a Renkai, the Vek would almost stand probably at just beneath the chest, just beneath the middle, his pecs. So these are big boys and girls.
I think the Vek are probably more magical. I want to see how actually the female orcs look like. Do they have female orcs here? That's them in armor? Oh, there's a female. Oh, I like their armor actually. That looks interesting. They look a bit like druids though, not like warriors here, right? A little bit. It gives me like druid vibes. Are you kidding me? They have Japanese like architecture. Wow. It's like traditional Japanese architecture a little bit, right? That looks so cool. So their cities have this kind of structures. Wow, this makes me even more unsure of what I want to play. I still probably stick to Vek, but maybe as an alt, I don't know. What's that? That's like a simple house of them. Yeah, this is definitely inspired by Asian culture. Looks more like Japanese, but I see a little bit of like a bit of Chinese in it. What are they inspired by in real life? Like, I know in all MMOs, usually if there's like a race, they have some inspiration by something from real life. Like you have like something Middle Eastern, you have something like Middle Europe, you have sometimes something like African, you have sometimes something like somewhere in Asia. So yeah, I'm wondering what they're inspired by. Alright, let's go to the Vek. Vek are next, and Vek are playable Kaivek orc race in Ashes of Creation. Celestial, purpose, fate. So they're like the seers, shamans, and mages. I can already tell from those three words, and from their build, I believe. When one stargazes, they find beauty lies beyond our world. When the Vec stargaze, they find fate lies beyond our time. Star maps, numerology, and prophecy are integral parts of each Vec's life. Great leaders read the heavens for how wars will go, which empires will rise and fall, and the Vec often ask themselves, are we too late? Racial benefits may include navigation on the open seas. Oh no. Don't tell me they are raised with like the worst racials. Why don't they get like resistance or attack buffs or something? How do actually racial benefits work here? Is there any info? Each race has different base stats. Races are not gender or class locked. What is good? You have more freedom. Some classes may work better with certain races, but nothing is enforced. Shit. But it's often like that. Like we have this also in other MMOs. But I actually would have hoped that it doesn't matter which race for which class. The race seeds a player's base stats. The primary archetype grows the base stats. Okay, interesting. Okay, tallest. Okay, here, Vec are goblinesque. Didn't I say that? They look like goblins or trolls in appearance and have a somewhat contorted stature. I mean, they don't walk straight, so. The Vec are taller than the Dunya, but appear shorter than the Kaline Velun due to their stature, because they're not walking straight. Like trolls in World of Warcraft are actually taller than orcs lore-wise, from what I've read. But they look about the same height, or something like close to them, because of their stature, because they're not walking straight. Only the Zandalari trolls walk straight, so yeah. The Vec have a Mesoamerican racial influence. What is Mesoamerican? Mesoamerican. Oh, it's North America and most of Central. Okay. It's from Mexico through Guatemala and Nicaragua. Ah, okay. I see now. Okay, they have this kind of... Okay, that's fascinating. That's good to know. Let's see. I mean, this... yeah, this is from the Seasons clip we saw. And yeah, I wanted to play like a mage or priest maybe or something, so I would probably go for that raid. Oh, there's a female one. Let's have a look at the female one as well. There's the male one and female one. Wow, they look very similar in body build, right? Like, yeah, this was like a tiny bit curvier, but they're a bit too similar in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? That's interesting that they have like so many... I like their kind of markings, right? That looks like so tribalistic. So tribal. I would go for something like Warlock, Shaman, Mage or something and play one maybe. Or Dwarf Warrior. You know what I think about now for some reason? In Lord of the Rings you have the Uruk-hai that are like the other orcs. And you have the orcs of, for example, Moria, right? Like the smaller ones. Yeah, I'm getting those kind of vibes a little bit. So here's the customization, no? Interesting. Do we have one where there's like some customization being done? No? So what is their architecture like? Let's have a look. Wow. They have like Aztec culture like buildings, right? I mean, they... Wow. Look at this. I'm pretty sure they are good with the dark arts or something. They can summon like demons, or it can be like some sort of witch doctor or something. Wow. Yo, I really like their buildings. They look like more primitive than the other ones, but there's something like evil looking about them. I guess I like that kind of. Okay, but that building looks nice though. What is this green thing? Is this fell? Is this like some warlock magic or something? What the heck? Wow, they are like a shady kind of race. I like that. They have something dark about them. Maybe I will play like a dark class something. Like a shadow priest if this exists, or warlock or something, or dark mage. They have interesting architectures. I really like the Vec, I think. Vec and dwarves for me so far. Because I played human way too often in MMOs. This time if I get into a new MMO I want to play something super beasty. Like a beast race probably. Or perhaps a dwarf. Oh, that's nice. Were those all races or we are still missing one? Oh, yeah, we have the Pyrian, Pyrian. The Pyrian elves are split into two races, the Empyrean and the Puri. Alright, let's have a look at the elves. But yes, let's read this quickly. For over 4,000 years, the Pyrian royal family of Erodas has endured. The kingdom has seen its share of wars. The kingdom's borders encompass the great forest of Eranthia. The capital of Emera is among the oldest and most beautiful cities in the world. Its royal families can trace their lines back to the days of the Dark Fires. The Pyrian universities of magic and martial studies are unparalleled in the lands of Vera. Many of the citizens of the kingdom venture out into the lands of Vera, wishing to spread their knowledge of art and science to their fellow Verans. These ventures are often subsidized by the royal households of Pyria for hopes it will foster a better relationship with their human neighbors. I think that's a noble goal, to increase the relationships, make them better. Once a close ally of Ela and the House of Linneth, the Pyrian Kingdom and Alien Empire ended one of their bloodiest wars in Veran history. 8 years have passed since the last bloodshed, and although tensions have subsided among the citizens of the two nations, there remain a heightened level of distrust among the Empire's new rulers and the royal family of Pyria. The elven race is generally a secretive one. Does it mean they make good rogues, for example, or assassins, and exists within the Pyrian Kingdom? Primarily a patriarchal society, elves tend to keep within the natural borders of their forests. It has only been over the past millennia that the Riverlands have begun to see colonies of elves exist. Elven scholars, dignitaries, and pioneers can often be found in many of the human cities. Though their presence is rarely seen in the sites other than archaeological, academic, or diplomatic. So they don't like to leave the forest much, that's what we learn here. Rumors do abound throughout the darker circles of Vera that there lies a particular lineage of elves that exists within the underrealm of Vera. Wait, we have cave elves or something? What's going on here? Alright, the Empyrean. Oh, that's an Empyrean so far? Wait, are they like dark elves? Imperial pride culture. Though not as numerous as the Kala, the Imperians are a force to be reckoned with. Elite military forces and highly structured government. The people of the Imperia surely have a plan to carve their place in the world. Okay, that looks nice. But they're still under development, right? Oh, we have actually some pictures already. Okay, that looks not bad. Okay, nice. I think they make great maybe archers or something. I can imagine that. Or like if you have like a hunter class or like a marksman or something like an archer, I think they would be probably really great. Maybe they get like base stats that actually help this class a lot. Because usually in like fantasy and in stories, the elves are good with bows, right? Okay, you can also play a mage. Nice. How do their buildings look like? Do we see any buildings yet? Oh, there is one. That looks comfortable. I like that. Wow. It looks almost like this is one a building with stilts on some water. But this is not water, right? That's just like a shiny ground. That would be actually cool if they have like some swamp areas where they have this kind of buildings, right? Wow, what is that? That's the Divine Gateway. Oh. Is that one of their villages or something? Wow, they have beautiful buildings. I feel like they did really well with the art. They put so much effort into that, right? Like, look at the buildings of those elves. Wow. For player housing, if there is ever like player housing or something. Wait, they said they want to have player housing, right? Or is it actually already developed? I would probably buy an elven house because I feel like it feels comfortable. Even if I play a Vec, for example, I would still try to get like a freaking elven house. Alright, let's have a look now at the Purai. Oh, they have like freaking antlers and stuff. Nature, balance, fury. Okay, so those are your druids. Maybe healers too, I don't know. Maybe they have good stats for that. All things come to balance in time, and nature always has her way. Don't let their love for nature fool you though. The Purai rarely take prisoners. Okay, they never take prisoners, so we have to be careful. Whether by bow or spear, the Purai's legacy will take root. All the Purai have antlers, but their length, size, width, color and other components can be adjusted through the character creator. The horns are a unique feature of the Purai, but it may be possible to remove them. I would probably keep them though, I think it's cool. Purai will be capable of having brown skin. Nice. The Purai have a Navajo Native American influence. Oh. Purai architecture has a woodland inspiration. Does this look Native American though? But it looks nice. I like it though. Alright, let's open this and have a look. It's just a picture with music. I thought this was like going to turn around and show every single side of it. Oh, more buildings, more buildings. I want to see. That looks beautiful. I can imagine they have a very beautiful starting zone. So if you want to start somewhere and have like a beautiful zone to explore for like early game questing, from the concept art, I think they have like maybe one, if not the most beautiful starting zone. OMG, wow. Okay, that's in comparison to human. Wait. Okay, so they are building their houses into trees basically, right? Or are they growing trees into their houses and they just grow like that? So they start somewhere at the bottom, have a house, and it grows with the tree. No, I think they built the house after they find a tree, right? Not at the same time. It's also mossy and stuff as well. I wonder how the indoors area look like. Wait, is that the indoors area for one of their structures? No, that's from the other elven race. Okay, some of the stuff is actually shown from the other race here. What's that though? Interesting. Wow. So yeah, today we had a closer look at all of the races, and I think they are interesting in their lore. And from what I read so far, and this is something I like, and this is something that I was like missing in New World. Here in Ashes of Creation, they actually pay attention to story and lore, and I'm a lore freak. Like, I'm a lore freak. I love lore of fantasy games, be it Skyrim lore, be it lore in World of Warcraft, in Elder Scrolls Online. I'm so much into lore of games, so that's why this game is definitely something I would enjoy playing. Holy shit. Interesting races. So what is your favorite race? Which one would you pick as a main? I would probably go for Vec or maybe for Dunya, for Dunya dwarves. Because I really like dwarves. But I also like this kind of goblins and trolls. I recently also started leveling up a goblin in World of Warcraft, a priest, so I guess that's where my taste is maybe coming from. Wow. I can't wait for like more races. I've heard there's like some more that they're working on, so I'm like really curious, but I hope they don't overdo it with the races before they launch the game, because otherwise this will take even longer for the game to be released. It would be nice to see new races, maybe with like expansions. So let's just stick to what we have now and add the rest with maybe expansions or so. I think that would be way better. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. I wish everyone a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time.